It's the way they made me feel. Like, if you can have your students immediately know that you're there for them or that this process is going to change their life. I was very confident that going through whatever they told me, girl, she was going through the run through. I'm like, girl, where do I sign? I'm already, you ain't got to tell me. I think that's something that we can talk about too, is just kind of like how in customer service, hair school does provide you with a base for business. And there is a 10-step process that you should be doing when you're checking out your client. I'm proud of y'all. Like, we're sitting inside her academy, y'all. Like, and that's the thing, when you see your peers and people trying to do better and wanting better, things don't come. It doesn't cost anything to support. It didn't cost me anything to show up.
Welcome to another episode of Salon Talk Literally, the podcast where we dive into a world of beauty, business, and everything in between.
We're here to bring you the real, the raw, and of course, the literal truth about what it's like working in the beauty industry with a few laughs along the way.
And we've got a really dope guest lined up for you today. All right, now let's get into today's topic. Trust me, you literally don't want to miss this one.
Let's do it.
Let's go. Welcome to another episode of Salon Talk Literally. We have our guest by the name of Sebastiana Hair. She's originally from Dallas, Texas. She's a hair concierge, and traveling stylist, blessed with a gift of hair art since she was a young kid and started braiding at the age of 13. She's been a licensed cosmetologist for 9 years. Sebastiana Hair has a wig line called the Sebastiana Hair and product hair care line called Luxe Baby. She specializes in editorial work and has done campaigns for Yummy Extensions and Hair So Fab. Let's welcome Sebastiana.
Love it.
Look, and tell the people it's Sebastiana.
Okay. Go ahead, clear it up, because, we get to kind of going off of your profile, so we really want to get a chance to really know you. So whatever needs to be, just tell us.
Yes. And Sebastiana. Sebastian's like the boy version. And
it is. And I was like, I didn't never know how to pronounce it.
I think because it's so close to the hair. So you'd be like, well, maybe I don't.
Yeah. So that's good, y'all. Y'all hear how she pronounces it. Say it one more time.
Yes, Sebastiana.
Sebastiana.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
And people like, my clients, when they're new, they're like, is that your real name or is that just your brand?
Because I was going to ask too. I'm like, we need the government sis.
Okay, I need to answer a breakdown. Like, is this really your name?
That is definitely my name.
I love
it.
I love it. It's very unique. I love it.
Thank you.
Yes. I was like, that's different.
Yes. Thank you so much for taking out the time to be with us today.
Absolutely.
I know it's a Monday. Normally on Mondays, we like chilling or handling our business. So for you to come in, we are very grateful.
And it was a long weekend, Lord Jesus.
I believe
it. Normally the hair is laid Friday.
That's okay.
No, we know how talented you are.
Yes, absolutely.
We just blessed to have you here. And everything. So
I'm excited.
Let's get into some things. Like, okay, so since you been here in Dallas, so right, you said you started braiding at the age of 13. Yes. So how did that early shape your journey into becoming a licensed cosmetologist and a business?
I would say, like, I'm a country girl at heart.
Yeah.
So I was born in the country and then I was raised in Dallas.
Girl, where are you from?
Corsicana.
Oh my
Corsicana.
Really?
Yes, Corsicana. Okay. So Texas is definitely home.
Okay.
But Dallas raised. And I feel like because I was adopted, so like inside the family, and I just feel like I've always had that urge of being independent. Independent at an early age, and just always understanding that it was either me, I had to be the one to grasp and master my life, or anybody else can take control of it, and then you're just kind of left. So I think that always stayed in the back of my mind. And my mom, actually, she was a nail tech. So cosmetology kind of runs in the blood.
Family.
Yeah.
Girl, but I never wanted to do it. I was like, no,
really? You ran away
That's how
from
it normally
it.
usually be, too.
I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't like, after even just braiding, it was like fun.
Yeah.
Because the girls at church and stuff, and it was just like extra money. So I'm like, for the hustle. At first, it was definitely like, okay, I'm good at it. Let me just hustle.
Yes.
But that was the one thing that my mother taught me was how to braid. So it was kind of like, you give a person a fish, teach them how to fish, and they'll be able to survive.
That's it.
So I definitely feel like that kind of started it. And then just graduating, getting off, being on my own, that was a consistent job. I've worked corporate, I've worked retail. And that's the only thing I said, what do you want to do? Like, for free?
Yeah.
What's something you would do every day, wake up for free? And doing hair is something I would do for free.
Yes.
And it makes me happy.
It makes you happy. And it makes
Yes.
it. By the way, I love that shirt that you got on. I love
Created
it. With purpose.
Yes,
I love that.
Ephesians
I feel like
4:10.
it'll be cute for the
Yeah.
It's definitely
That's
cute
it.
and it's giving
Come on,
a whole
Shein.
word. Do you hear me?
Okay,
Yes, I
they
love
came
it.
through. They came through with
They
that.
actually have a lot of faith shirts. If
Really?
you look down the timeline, they have a lot of like spiritual, just
I love
like
it.
I was really surprised. They had like a little jumpsuit. I mean,
Now where you get it from?
Shein.
Oh, she ain't got what? Okay, girl. Okay,
Yep.
come
That's
through with
good
the
to
words.
know.
I know because I love a good phrase
Basic,
or
Yeah.
a good verse on there.
Yep.
And I know
Yes.
everybody getting their hustle on, so they remaking them. They be like $50, $60.
Yeah.
This one was
No.
cool 8. Cool.
I know that's right.
Yes, and it looks like great quality as
Yes,
well.
I love it.
Yeah.
I thought you
Look.
made that shirt. I did.
It look good.
I love it.
Yes. So when did you start your journey in the beauty industry? Like at what point were you like, okay, I'm quitting these jobs and I'm gonna follow my purpose?
I would say, I think my last working job was at this place called E-Tech. It was not E-Tech. It was like a Gold's Gym, a call center. And I said, I gotta go to hair school.
Yeah.
College was cool, but I feel like I need something extra. And so
Yeah.
I saved up my money. Because financial aid was like, they're not gonna cover the whole entire thing.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, I need to still have a job and work. I need a car to be able to get there. Because like I said, I'm still in Dallas. The school, I've tried Ogle. I tried a couple, visiting schools. But when I went to Paul Mitchell, Paul Mitchell was like home. It felt, girl, I want to break down right there and
It set
start.
the standard, I'm
It
sure.
really did. Like, and that's why I said on my schools on that, I want my schools on that level, and they will.
Yes.
That's my competition.
It's the
For real.
way they
Yes.
made me feel.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
if you can have your students like immediately know that you're there for them or that
Absolutely.
this process is going to change their life.
Change your
Yes.
life.
I was very confident that going through whatever they told me, girl, she was going through the run through. I'm like, girl, where do I sign? I'm
Yeah.
you ain't gotta tell me.
Yeah.
So you ain't got to tell me twice.
Baby, after that, it was like a tour, and then I think we had to write a letter about like your future self after graduation, and so just even knowing that they thought that far ahead about
Yes.
my career or wanted me to feel that
Just
way,
knowing
like
that somebody cares.
you
like,
gonna finish,
Yes.
like you gotta get to the finish
You're
line.
manifesting actually what you're going to be doing.
That's it.
When you look
Man.
back at that letter,
Yeah.
they tell you probably go back and check it, don't they?
I do. When I go, you know how you just going through your stuff and you
Yeah.
cleaning up and you and I check it out every year, and it's just something I was like, oh my God, I really believed in myself. So
Yes.
it kind of like your cup. When your cup is kind of, you pour into everybody else's cup. That's something that I use to pour back into myself.
Yes, that's so good.
I love
though.
that. My
I
best
love
friend
that.
went to Paul Mitchell and she has a similar story as far as like when she arrived there in Atlanta. She was like, I knew that this was
Yep,
the place
baby.
that
Yep.
I was supposed
That's
to be.
Who I want the walk. I think I went on a day when someone was graduating. So their graduation process is like just nice. They have celebration, your family come and the spring you just walk through, and I just seen that like. Yeah, because I probably ain't gonna get another degree, so I dare. That's definitely not
So
in
this
my
is
future.
just
This
my
gonna be it.
graduation
Yup.
right
This-
here.
Yeah.
This gonna be it.
Oh my goodness, I feel you. I'm like, it's nothing like feeling like you really accomplished something. You know, so
Yeah.
they make you feel like, okay, you worked hard. You probably went through some stuff the whole time you was there. This is what your rewarded thing.
This
So
was the
that was
reward.
always my thing. When I designed my school, I thought about all those steps
Yeah.
when I was in school and
That
what
is
made it so important for me.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people they think like, oh, it's just extra. No,
It's not.
it's
No.
not. And
It's
I
the
think we had
experience.
what's the thing? Mondays were like we had a guest speaker come in. So
Okay.
even just opening us up to what opportunities. I think that's one thing I wanted to say. In the industry right now, I feel like a lot of people we put having a salon as like the peak or like as that's the most that you can do.
Yeah.
And I would say school opened me up to new horizons, that you could win awards for being a hairstylist.
Yes.
You could go off
Yes.
and be in movies and trailers and be like just
It's a whole
traveling.
industry.
Yes.
It's like
Oh my God.
Unlimited possibilities.
Unlimited possibilities. And I think that's where it's like kind of like social media, it kind of like just only shows you we do this the process. Like, okay, you braid down, and then you put the wig on. I feel like that's
it's
all
way
that.
much more than that.
I feel like
It's
that's all
What
that
do you
people
think?
know.
Like, speaking of the industry,
Yeah.
what do you think is missing? Of it?
A couple things.
I know it.
Yeah.
That's
Let's
why
talk
I'm
about
so interested to hear like with other stylists too, because it's so much.
I would say, okay, let's say our industry is hair, grooming, beauty. When you think about a lawyer, you think about a pediatrician, doctors, things like that. They don't play about their industry.
They don't.
It is one. So like if you're going to school, you have to pay to go to school. You can't just say, oh, I'm a dentist.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a
Facts.
doctor.
Right.
Oh, I'm a lawyer. You can't say that without going through those steps.
Right.
And I feel like with us, I think we have to, the people who sacrificed and who did the work, we have to stand in that line like a forefront almost.
Yeah.
And because the way they are like deregulating stuff, going down the hours, because people complain. The people that are complaining are louder than the people that did. It's kind of like when they go to those meetings in Austin or just going. Now it needs to be more so about law. Now it's kind of like, we have to stand on business because you self-taught. I love you self-taught girlies. Love y'all to death. I love it. But that's like being a self-taught dentist.
Yeah.
And what happens when your client's teeth are decaying, when their molars, when their gums, when all these serious things arise, you can't help them. You just know how to make them shine, how to make them be white. And I think that's what's happening forefront right now is that a lot of stylists you can make a girl look pretty, you can make her look gorgeous, but what happens when her ponytail too tight? She had a bald spot in the middle of her head. What happens when them edges is gone, when the wig was too tight or the glue she was allergic to the glue. Everyone cannot stand that.
Yes. And you are so on point with that because they, that's what I feel like people need to really understand. And you broke it down so well because they're like, oh, y'all always trying to emphasize and say we can't do hair, but it's not about if you can do hair.
It's not that. It's not a hate. And when you speak up, it's like people say, oh, you a hater. No hating involved. It's just going through the proper steps to make sure that you it's like a credibility thing.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily, oh, who put in the work, who didn't. It's just a simple fact that there is a license.
Absolutely.
License minus a certification, they're two different things.
Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
I really
license
do like
and certification.
License and certification. And that's the thing that people feel like, oh, they want to skip the steps of going through school and get the license and just say, I'm just certified.
Yeah.
But certified does not hold you to be a professional.
No.
It does not. It's not the same.
And
so
certifications,
I love that we are talking about that.
Certification's not teaching you sanitation either.
No, I feel like that's just the icing on top of what you already know.
Do. You get a certification after you get the license.
Yes.
I'm screaming.
Yes.
This certifications are for extended
education.
Yep.
Thank you. Let's talk about that.
After you have already received the license in that field.
Yes.
So the same way, I think a lot of people suffering in silence too. A lot of clients that go to these people and suffering in silence. Let's say an eyelash tech. That didn't become apparent until people's eyes was red, going to the hospital, having to get steroid shots. It became serious then. So then it's like, okay, no more certified lashes. We can't just keep keep doing
They
it.
need to actually go to school to
get
learn
the
everything and the possibilities that what could happen and how to handle it.
And why wouldn't you want to?
Yeah.
So I think that I've heard just so much about, hair school don't teach you this. First of all, it's not supposed to.
No,
Whoever said that hair school is supposed to teach you how to be this grandmaster, no. Yes. Same way like if you're going
steps.
Oh my God, like school, you have your prerequisites first. You have your prerequisites, then you go into your elements or whatever your major is. So it's like with hair. Your license is your prerequisite.
That's it.
After you get your prerequisite, then you move on to the styling, to the curls, to the wigs,
continuing education.
Boy, we wig masters and ain't got nothing like you say. And then when you look at people's stations, when you going to your appointments and when you looking at people's stations and it looks like who knows what? It's alcohol pads.
And then they got everything. I mean, and then let's talk about that.
You want to touch my hair? You want to braid my scalp? And then I know you don't wash your comb. And it's so
you don't wash your combs. You don't sanitize anything. You're properly transferring different infections and
to the
stuff
scalp.
over to another scalp. you know, them are all important factors to this, you know, and that's what the importance is. And we here to push that. Like, we here to tell y'all, like,
encourage y'all.
that.
It's not to be down. It's not to say
exactly, because we care enough to let you know, like, these are the wrong part. And you don't want to ever get yourself in a situation where you have to
TDLR at your door.
Or TDLR at your door telling you, baby, why are you here doing? Why are you here doing this?
What you doing?
What I'm telling you, fines, baby, they don't play.
They don't play.
Done that. Been there, done that.
Yes. So that's the thing. It's like, you know, just go ahead and don't take shortcuts. Just go ahead and do what you need to get done.
And maybe that's what needs to be said too. If you are interested in becoming a hairstylist, because I think that a cosmetologist is whatever, but if you're interested in becoming a hairstylist, please know that there's a proper way to do it.
Yes.
There are steps to do it. They're out there. There are resources that you can get to become a professional. And I hope that everybody's goal is to be a professional in anything that you put your mind and your time into.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Because we needed to talk about that, seriously, because that is a big deal to me. And I'm like, I don't knock the girls that go get certified, but I feel like certification is an after thing, like after the license. It's
because
always
what are you
after.
getting certified in exactly? Like,
you gotta have a base.
You need to have a base.
Yeah.
In your format, I think, like with legislation, everybody's mad about Donald Trump, and because he did, and so a lot of things he is not qualified to do. So he may be a good this, but just certain qualifications, when you don't have them, you miss out. And when certain things occur, you don't have that. You don't have the proper tools to use to be able to negate.
To know what to do.
Yes.
To resolve an issue or
to resolve a
problem.
Yes.
So how are you gonna do it? Then that's when you want to send them off to somebody else.
Now you mad because the person complained. I think that's something that we can talk about too. Is just kind of like how in customer service, hair school does provide you with a base for business. And there is a 10-step process that you should be doing when you're checking out your client. A lot of things, it's like the issues that a lot of ladies have had, or a lot of clients are having when we see the TikToks, we see the videos, they're dealing with people that they don't have that structure. So they don't get to experience a good time in the salon. What are we, the practitioners? We don't get to kind of like give them a good time. So when your client has the right to say, 1, I don't like it. 2, I'm uncomfortable. 3, like there's so many things that your client has a voice. And I think that it's kind of like
that's important.
The industry, like with the self-talk girlies, love y'all, but y'all get angry about clients having about feedback
What's
on
that
anything.
called? The constructive criticism.
Yes. And that's what I was like, this is constructive criticism because we love y'all and y'all cold.
No,
really
for
cold.
sure.
Oh, and that's the thing, they be cold-blooded.
Cold, damn.
Like, don't get it twisted. Y'all do be good. Y'all do great work. But the thing about it is, it's beyond great work.
And if you take that great and that passion and that talent and go and get the business behind it, then that would make you boom. There goes the profession. There goes
that's the professional stuff.
What it eliminates all the drama that goes between, that we've gone through and I see online. Like I say, dealing with a client being late, having to worry about deposits. Those things you should not have to worry about. There is a blueprint. It's kind of like with a cake. If you miss the steps or you don't put all your ingredients in the cake, your cake is going to fall. You're going to see those things. And I just want people to understand that, like, you're going through those problems because you don't have the blueprint, you don't have the license. That's why you don't see a lot of professional stylists online complaining and going through and hollering. I never yelled at my clients. I've never
done. About to say that.
You don't. It's always like
I've never done that. I never felt the need to write a post about a client and go off and say my experience or worry about nobody running off on me those things come with the territory when you plan. Like it's like with scamming almost. Scammers go through stuff like that because they are doing things the wrong way. That's it.
And if you had your business structure set up properly, they wouldn't be able to do that.
Yes, they wouldn't be. They wouldn't. It's kind of like boundaries. Your license creates a boundary for people to stop playing with you.
Listen,
and having having that forefront, my online website, being able to book properly.
Yes.
Even with that, I feel like this online, you see a lot of people's websites and stuff now. It's like a copy and paste.
Girl.
Copy and paste. So you copying somebody else's rules.
Rules.
Where did we
Oh
get?
my
And
God,
then
you
the
see
rules
that?
from here to
And
here.
it's like a
I'm not
whole
gonna-
essay.
they
And
about
it's
to
like
win.
yelling at the
It's
customer
cringy.
too. You're like,
Ugh.
and do not, and do this.
Come
and
with your
I'm
hair
like,
wash,
Come with
bold.
your hair wash. And I'm like, I would
First
never
of
book
all,
you. Like,
shampoo.
Right. Okay, let's talk about the proper
First of all,
terminology
shampoo.
for this. Let's
It's so
we
much.
can break this down as
And
so
then-
much.
And
like,
you know what?
stop.
A lot of it has to, like, I think, like you said, we love the self-taught girl. It's like, I love the industry, period. But you are what you attract.
Mhm.
So if you're putting that out there, you putting that energy out there, of course you're going to have bad experiences. You scream it at them before they can get through the door.
And if she like to be talked bad too,
Girl.
baby, it's okay. I would say this. Anytime, good example, anytime that I was like, not say desperate for it, but like when I'm hustling. So I'm throwing out a special, or I got this, or I
Man.
got the clients that normally, they attract. It's something. It's always
something about it.
something.
Yes.
It's
So-
always.
It's-
And then they don't
is.
like the price. They don't like their hair. It's always
They
something.
don't
You
like
don't even know how much
something.
I'm sacrificing.
Yes. Just to even give you a special, because I don't even really run them.
It is in the purpose of it for me now. I'm understanding with my business, I only want to offer them when I have a new product I'm trying to introduce.
It.
Oh, that's good.
That's the main
And
thing.
I'm wanting more people
That's
to
good.
experience it, and that I'm giving. So it shouldn't even be like, no.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you want your clients to
Yeah.
experience at this time?
Mine's be kind of more like testing the market, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I know I got this class starting January, so I'm gonna throw out something that's kind of close to where they're gonna be charging, so I can see what amount of people are gonna be able to pay in that range and book at that time. Because all I'm gonna do is when you call and book in January, book you with my students.
Exactly.
Because they are the ones who will be performing the service.
Oh, that's smart.
You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
what you're
So
saying.
that's
So
why
you're really not losing. Because,
You're not
you're not really
losing.
putting out the physical
Exactly.
And
energy
you
to do
promoting
it.
your
and
students
you're
at the
promoting my
same
student
time.
at the
Yeah.
same time.
Oh, that's what's
so
up.
that's why when I throw them sew-in specials out there, that's what I be doing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Because you
what's
want
up.
to test to see what's going on
That's
around
smart.
here. For those who couldn't probably afford luxury services,
Yeah.
and then they want to be, okay, this is more my range.
Yeah.
Let's see what type of people are.
Let's talk about these luxury services.
Let's talk about it then. Because, you got a wig
That's the
line,
one.
right?
You have a wig
so
line? Yes.
Let's talk about all of that. Like,
Yes.
let's get into it.
Can we put a definition on what a
Yes!
luxury service
Like, please
is?
break down
That's
the
the
definition
one.
of that.
Come on with it. Come
I
on.
think luxury is different for everybody.
Yes.
Yes. Again, I feel
Mhm.
like social media has portrayed a luxury service
Yeah.
to be offering snacks,
Yeah.
watching TV,
Mm.
and because you get your weave done, got some cute curls.
Yeah.
No,
It's more to it.
It's more to it, and I feel like you said, because that's all the video, that's all that we, and
Yeah.
sometimes
It's
that may
cute.
be all that
Yeah.
we share.
It's
Yeah,
cute.
like
Yeah.
okay, cute. It's real cute, but you're missing so many other points. Luxury means like we have 5 senses, right?
Mhm.
So your clients should be able to experience all 5 senses: what they see, what they hear, what they feel, what they smell, like walking into a place.
Yes.
So I feel like that is the key. When you touch all of those points,
Then,
then you
that's
have
luxury.
yes.
a long-lasting
I love
client.
it.
Yes.
Your client is wanting to rebook.
Yes.
And that's why I said, going back to those 10 steps, Paul Mitchell used to have, it's like a book, and it has the 10 steps on your checkout process with your client, or what you should be doing. Greeting is a part of the service. I hear so many women complaining about their stylists not greeting them.
Which is crazy, because how am I
Right.
going to give you my money
Yes.
and you not saying hello?
Yes.
How
And
are
you know
you
what?
today?
That is a big one too. That's
You
big.
got an attitude.
Yeah,
Somebody walking in
I
your
hear that feedback
establishment.
from new clients all the time. They were like, my last stylist didn't even talk to me.
And it's like, I know you in a rush. And I say, again, that's going back to the professionalism.
Yeah.
Booking the clients on top. If you don't have an
Yeah.
assistant, if you don't have that back,
Talk
that
about
clutch,
it.
then those times shouldn't be permitted.
Yeah.
And like you said, there's a way to book clients. There is a structure to booking. It's a structure to pricing. It's a structure to everything. This stuff, it did
Everything.
not just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I feel like we acting like the other people that just, you
Yes.
see
Yeah.
something, then you gonna take it and go make it on your own.
Yes.
No, this stuff was
Yes.
already
And
written.
it's already bad that they trying to deregulate our stuff. You know what I'm saying? When we work hard to build a career from this, and so we want to show that this is really a business. Like this is really a career. You know what I'm saying? It's like no, don't try to take away and make it not a non-licensed thing. So this is something that we stand firm on, and we feel like it's levels to that. Once you go over and cross over to a professionalism, you are held on another
another standard.
And it may be from when, okay, you think about how some people fight, they say it's a culture with braiding and everything like that, even with braids. So I love, what's OG? She fought, she went and she got the law changed. So I definitely agree with that. Braiding is a cultural thing.
Yes.
But when you own a professional shop, braids cause hair loss. Braids cause alopecia. So if without the proper culture training, still culture needs training. If the culture is not being spreaded properly, then it becomes a hazard. So it's kind of like, okay, yes, back in 2000, early whatever, that's great. But now here we are in 2024, there does need to be more procedures and precautions and just like limitations to things. So yes, encouraging that it's a career. That is it. This is a career. This is not a side hustle. It's not a jump in, jump out. Ooh, I just do it on the side. Cool. It's a career. And I think that when we take the career and just make it so small, we only actually minimize ourselves. Because hairstylists do make well over 6 figures.
That's what I'm saying. You make good living from
well over. So to minimize it and say, oh, it's just a side hustle, or I do it on my, and I just think that is not it's not progressive. It only kind of takes us back in time. So I'm definitely here for the progression. Being a hairstylist
going forward,
it's a career.
I want to see it. That's why I like to talk about what we're missing in the industry, what it looks like to you at this particular time, because it has changed a lot. I remember when we used to go to like the Bonner Brothers hair shows and all the hair shows, and it just be, oh my God, I couldn't wait for the next time. And now it's just not. I mean, people barely there anymore.
Exciting.
It's not as exciting. Nobody wants to throw events anymore. I mean, it's just like nothing.
And I think I've gone a couple times, and like with me, people don't even get to see. People don't even get to know, like, okay, let's say Brunner Brothers, right? Outside of the glitz and the glamour, the classes that were being hosted there, those business classes were something that extended my education when it came to my actual brand. So people even they confuse having a career and then having a brand. They need to be developed. Completely different.
You can be a hairstylist.
And I had to open my eyes to that when going to a show before and taking, like, classes was my most important thing before the fun. I made sure I took the classes that I needed to take and then fun after, you know? But you learn so much because like you said, you realize that a brand is much more different than just you. You know, it's bigger than that. So at the end of the day, you go there so that you can advance and level up where you are. You know, I just always just been like yearning for like education. Like I always wanted more, like wanted to learn more. So I always say that like we need that. We need stuff events in Dallas. We need more things, period. Like I just don't think we have it. Like another thing I noticed, I've been here 4 years, I've noticed that the industry that we do have here, beauty industry, everybody is like separate.
It's kind of like,
Has it always been that way?
The way people talk about stuff. So I don't know what that is. Let's say you can go eat at somebody's restaurant and it be good food, but let one thing be wrong. Your spoon was dirty. Now the whole place just
the whole place.
Just the whole experience is just bad. What? And I think that's kind of like with the beauty industry, the way like they'll have nice events, have nice things, but the way people talk about them afterwards be like, it's like we pick each other apart.
And that's
when we're all still learning and developing and growing.
It might not be to we don't even know.
But we're getting there.
You don't even know what fun people, because that's how people don't know what stuff costs.
They don't, because they're not putting their time, energy, and coins.
You don't know how much stuff costs. The same way a license costs now between $13,000-$20,000.
That's real.
And depending on where you go, it costs to be where you want to go. And even with the events, they don't know. It costs to rent a space. It costs for decorations. It costs to make people their time. If I want to pay such and such to come, if I want to do these type of things, it costs money. So I just feel like the things that we've had in Dallas, like even we used to have a Texas International hair show that, you know, and
I've seen that. Whatever.
it be all on one person. And I love her. Man, listen. Tina is listen, and I feel like same way. You get so tired. It's only one. You're one person trying to make this big change.
I hope she'll bring it back.
And I think
I do
that
too. I remember she invited me there, and I went to one of her things, and I could see where people was up there talking about her show. But I felt like you said, it takes a lot to do that.
It takes a lot.
It's a production.
You know how many permits? It's like opening. People don't know the cost that it takes, and so instead of being a part of the
problem, help out.
If you know a better person that could do it, if you know someone that would want to be a better on stage, all right, go and offer. I think that we have this thing where we don't like to talk directly to, you know, we want to talk around the person.
People.
And I feel like in this culture, I wish that we stand on business. When he was talking about stand on business is being direct.
Yes.
And then helping and being a part. I feel like just even the older, like back in the day, it was nothing about, oh, you do this better, you do that. No, it was more so like, oh, girl, I do that. You know what? You do this, and then, okay, you gonna mold it down. It's more like an assembly line. And that's how I like to work.
That's what I liked about the open concept of salons, because that's what you're going to get an experience in there. Yeah. And that's why I was like, I wonder, is it because everybody just started doing their own thing?
Definitely.
And, you know, I was trying to figure out what happened to like, and that's what I feel like everything just kind of stems from that to me. Like when I came here, I noticed no salon aspects at all, for real. You know, everything was like you on your own type of thing. And I wasn't used to that from back home for me. So when I got in Kansas City.
Okay.
So I was just like, what is going on here? It's like, I mean, I understand it's a corporate city, but dang, everybody is corporate in every aspect. And I was like, dang, what kind of change can we do to make it different? And I'm like, starting at least the podcast where I'm meeting it and want to just like highlight everybody and what they doing and let them know like we can all work together. We can all work together.
Enough. It's actually better together. And I experienced what it was like to be with girls, with other women that did. We all did lace, and it was just an amazing experience. And just growing with each other. So I think that that's what it is. It's kind of like, and women, we just kind of got to learn to be better communicators. Yeah, you know,
very much, very much.
Emotional intelligence and control,
and everything. All that's And so once we get into that aspect of learning how to control the emotions, I think we'll be better as a whole in communication.
Absolutely. And I think everything doesn't have to be a fallout.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be and that's what the church sermon was about that. Like forgiving, being able to forgive. Yes, people rub you the wrong way. Yes, people say things but like you said, we start with how we communicate. What are we trying to say? And then what is the end goal? If my end goal is for us still to be together, then I should not be that mad. And Lord, I have had my moments to where I was not the nicest.
We have learned because we grew from the mistakes that we had, right? From back in. And so that's why if we can help other upcoming hairstylists that not make the same type of mistakes that we did and to learn how to work together with each other, we will go far as a community.
And redoing the culture. Culture tells you right now that, I need to be alone, stand. I don't need nobody cut people off.
And that's the stuff
We're
I
such
hate.
a cut people
off.
We are.
Yeah, and it sounds so cool because you at home alone in your bed, really depressed, reading
really
stuff.
depressed. And you don't have anybody.
You don't do nothing but stem your
because
own
I've
little
been
psycho.
there.
Look, you just make your own.
And
right.
And then when you think about it, it's like, Are you really like, you're not even growing in the aspect of just being alone. When you think about it, you like, dang, I'm not learning with other people. I'm not finding this when I got questions about something.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah, I done got my little space and I'm bored. That's why I feel like, girl, I don't.
I said that the other day. I was like, all right, now another change is coming.
Girl, when I'm unhappy and I'm like, I don't like this.
Yes.
I want that, so I want to be by myself so bad. Got by myself.
And you like, I don't really like it. And I just think it's all about learning how to work with people.
Yeah.
Like it's a learning. Yeah.
Like I can have some days I like, some days
I need to be by myself some days.
It's okay.
It's
but not all the time.
Not all the time.
No, not all the time.
Because you might do something that you might be way great in. And I'm like, girl, like how, like, color, for instance, you are bomb at color.
Oh yeah, your
And
work
you
is
get
amazing.
bomb color
Thank
tips
you.
too. I
Yes.
love that. So
Work amazing.
I just wanted to highlight that too for you. But
Yeah.
I
Like
get
even
it.
when I learned, I would say my closure technique, I learned on set. And it was a lady who hired us to do a photo shoot for her bundle company.
Yeah.
And she knew, she was from Atlanta. She knew a way that was better than my way. And then at first I'm like, what's she? Because she
Yeah.
was like, nah. You know, when you get that first initial, you like, girl,
Yeah, you
I
like,
know
girl,
what I'm
I know
doing.
what I'm doing. Right. I got this.
But baby, when I seen it was a longevity,
The
that her
longevity.
technique had.
See?
Her technique
That's
had
the
longevity.
difference.
It's about
Yes.
humbling
It's
yourself.
Humbling yourself
and always
being
being
able
in a
to
learning
learn.
position.
And I had to call her back. I said, okay, girl.
Look, I need a little one-on-one, okay?
It's giving. And I still use that technique to this
to
day.
this day.
That's amazing.
You'll always learn it. And that's why I was like, I remember I had to learn back then. It was like how you close in. Closure
quick
at the
win.
top.
Oh.
Like a sew-in closure at the top.
Baby,
And
that's where
so-
y'all lost me because I'm not
I'm
good
not
at
sticking that thing through that girl.
No, it wasn't
None
that.
of it.
That's what I had learned. You know, back then we was doing.
Okay,
Yeah.
doing the
right?
circle.
So,
the circle.
Yeah,
Oh,
the circle.
you been
part.
having to push it down.
Girl, and at that time I started working with I remember Kiva, the hair diva.
Mhm.
or
I
whatever. So
do.
she used to come to work in my salon when she came to
Wow.
Kansas City. And so girl, I'll never forget how she showed me how to close in that. And I took that technique and ran with it. But when I tell you it was the most like flattest
Flat.
and you don't have to stick all, and it was like,
Yeah, like one
I
little
was doing it
simple
so,
thing.
and that used to drive me crazy how to close that in because it was like you was dealing with people with hair loss and they, they wanted those closed in hairstyles and stuff. And I'm like, I'll never forget how she
Well,
showed
you
how
might
to
need
do
to
that.
show bring
I
that
will.
back. 'Cause
Okay.
I still don't know.
I will.
If you asked me to do that
Girl.
today, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Wouldn't be able to show you.
Baby, I don't
No.
know where
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I
Mm-mm.
was like, it's so amazing when you learn from other people. That's why
Yeah.
it's so important to like be okay with like being around other people too, because
Yeah.
you be like picking up like, girl, how she do that?
Right. And everybody not out here to hurt you.
No.
You know, once we get through, I know we got a little trauma. That's
We
why
do.
it's like, it's okay.
Yeah, and so we don't trust people because, but
That.
it's like everybody is not the same,
No.
and you have to be open in order to receive what it is that you need.
Yes, and just like I said, if I'm healthy communicating, so if I'm open, but if my posture and my disposition is,
Disposition.
Yeah.
I don't trust,
Yeah.
I don't trust
I don't
these.
trust
I
about
don't
my
trust-
leg.
damn,
I
of
don't-
course.
I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah.
That's the energy you gonna get.
Yes.
That's the
You know,
the
whatever
downside.
you put out, that's what you gonna get back.
No, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Encourage people to get some therapy, y'all. We all a little.
No, and that ain't even funny, but it's the truth because therapy has changed a lot of people's lives, and
Man,
it's needed. Especially when
is.
you don't have nobody to talk to either.
Yeah.
So, or you feel
Even
like
if
you're
you
in this
do.
by yourself. Because
Yeah.
sometimes you could be literally going crazy, struggling in that little place, and nobody ever
Yes.
knows like
Yes.
what you're going
And
through.
if you working insane hours, if you are, I think this era like you said, growing up as a career, you don't have to do 10 to 12 clients a day. You don't have
You
to
don't
do
have to
that
do
many.
that.
Your day
No.
should be peaceful, the same way as if
Yes.
you were working a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want if you was working. First off, if you was working 9 to 5, you would be so mad that your boss got you working like that. You would be so pissed. You would quit.
So why would you?
So why would we? become
Oh,
entrepreneurs
no,
and do it to
yeah.
ourselves.
Do that to yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
have
right.
the right.
You have a point.
You definitely have the right to own your own schedule, own your own time, and to be professional about it and everybody else's time. When we take care of ourselves, we're able to take care of the clients
Everybody
better.
else. That's
And I
true.
know said about myself. When I'm
Yeah.
able to get my mental, when my mental is right,
Yes.
we have a different experience. The
Yes.
experience with my client is just so
It's
much more
so
healthier.
peaceful.
Yes. And I can, okay. When people be saying, clients don't talk, we used to have to do rapport. If you don't have a rapport with your
With their
client,
client.
that is something you're not gonna have a call. You know what I'm saying? That client's gonna be like, all right, girl, I'll let you know. It's more so like versus your client leaving and being like, hey, I need to
Do
go
I
on
need
your
to
book.
I
book?
need to
You
get
why
on your
should they
book.
have to ask you to rebook?
Listen.
You need to be already like, baby. So when the next day you want?
We
you
already
We
talking
already-
about
2
it.
weeks.
We're
Do I need
talking
to
about
see
it
what
during
Friday
the hair
work for you?
appointment.
Doing the hair
Yeah.
appointment, and that's what it is. So even when I think back in like 2017, people used to hate the consultation process.
Yeah.
When I started doing, I literally used to say we need consultation. They were just like, why I need a consultation? Because it's gonna better. That's like your doctor want to get you in surgery, and and y'all ain't talked about nothing.
wanna
He
go
ain't
straight
took
to
your-
that's
surgery?
real.
He ain't took your blood pressure.
Right.
He don't know what you
Yeah.
got before, nothing. Ain't check your ears, no
Yeah.
physical, no nothing. So we have to think about that the same way.
same
This is a
way.
career you need to discuss with your client. Okay,
Mm.
boom, the greeting. When your client has a greeting, they come in, sit down, boom. The consultation time is about.
That's the
Let's
first
talk
thing
about
I teach my students.
what you want.
Period.
Show a picture. We used to
Yep.
even have to break down the picture process.
Yep.
What do you like about this
Yes.
picture?
Because
The
every
pictures,
set of eyes
that's
is
what I said,
different.
every
It's
set of yes.
So different.
What do you see in this picture?
I'm looking
that
at the
you like?
layers, you
Because
looking
I'm
at the
looking
color.
something totally different.
Yes.
So we need to make sure we on the same.
That's
girl,
it.
And I
do
might
that
need to
with
make you
all
find
that.
another one because this is what you
Look,
asking me for and what you
it's
said.
not matching. It's
No,
not
It's
it's
a totally
not.
different
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. And so I encourage stylists to be very direct
Absolutely.
to your client, like, you know, and so that you don't have to deal with the backlash at the
Yeah.
end.
At the
I
end.
hate when people get up like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, baby, let's talk about it because you got it
Yes.
written. You already filled out the form online.
That's the part
And
I'm
see-
saying. So you got a couple of steps first before you just.
Before we
you
even
just
meet
slide
each
in.
other,
Yes.
because I don't say sis, we don't know.
Yeah, because we
Yes.
need to make sure. First of all, we need to make sure that we are aligned and that you are my
Yes,
type of person.
Because another thing, y'all don't have to do jump on everybody. If that's not for you, if it's not
Yeah.
going to be in where you can fully produce what this woman wants, don't take her.
Don't take her.
Don't take her.
And I've had
Let somebody that's
consultations.
more seasoned and that will be able to deliver what she needs to,
Yes.
to take her.
And even if she needs, like you said, she might need to go to therapy herself.
Yes.
A lot of these would
You
get
might
you
not
going
be able
out.
to
They
help her.
might you ate, and that's okay. You send her where she needs to go.
Yes.
Yep.
So during that consultation, okay, boom, y'all, you agreed, your
Yeah.
client agreed, we
Yes.
on the same page.
We on the same.
We on
You
the
gotta
same
be on the
page.
same page.
Let's
Then
go
you'll
into
be doing
it.
some stuff, and then you'll be in a disaster.
You'll be mad.
Listen,
Yes.
scalp analysis. After
Yes.
that, boom, you going now scalp analysis, kind of see what she got going. Then you take her to the bowl. The shampoo going there, that is a important step.
It is.
I don't know how we got to an era of I not wanting to wash her hair.
Girl,
I don't know where that came from.
You know what? Most of them, when you're not licensed and you're just
Oh, you
you
ain't
know,
got no
braiding
bowl. You ain't got nowhere to.
certification.
It's
That's
more so
what-
about
you
you
don't
ain't
know
had
how
nowhere
to
to take.
shampoo. Yeah, you don't know how to shampoo.
That's
You were
probably
never
what
taught.
it is right there.
ain't had
And you don't
nowhere.
have a license, so it wasn't important. Just like
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the same here, but like when I was in Mississippi, you know, you can get a braiding permit and you can just go, you know, you can just braid.
Yeah.
You're not required to shampoo.
Yeah.
So I think that's where a lot of the mix up is happening. Because if you have a license,
But then when you crossing over
You
the
are
weeds,
trained.
then you need a new training because
Stay,
you're
everybody
not
got their
staying-
lane.
Yeah,
Everybody got-
stay in
yeah.
the right lane.
Every
Stay in the
If you
right
want
lane.
to
for
be
what
over
it
there
is.
where you're not shampooing, you just need to stick with braids.
Yes.
yeah.
Period.
But
when
don't
you
come try
start
to do no
crossing
soup
over
press talking
and
about
trying to do this, then that's when you need to
Listen.
be. You need to stick
Yes.
to the policies of what's going on over here.
That's it.
And like
Right.
you say, when you have the customer may ask you, do you do this? Da-da-da-da. Yeah, you know how, but you don't have it. That should only push you to want to get it.
Wanna get
so
it.
I would say that, ladies, if your client is asking you for more, if you have an influx of people asking you, do you do this? Do you
Yes.
do that?
Yes.
That should be a guide moment. Something in your life that's
Oh, yeah.
increasing, that's wanting you to increase and take it to the next level.
Good perspective.
That is what that is. It's not to be angry that your clients don't. No. Take it as a sign that it's time for you to level up.
It's
Yes.
time to do
Yes.
more.
Yes.
Especially if they
You
keep
have
asking
more.
us.
You already
The
have the
same
capacity.
thing.
You ain't- yeah,
You be like, what
Yeah.
people keep asking me
Asking me that.
the whole time?
That's a
That's
good
really
one.
like a
Yes.
light
That's a
bulb.
good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Though. Like it
Oh,
should ring something.
that
to
is
you.
so
like, Okay, maybe I need
good.
to go learn it. 'Cause
Yes.
If you're not comfortable with it, go learn it.
Yeah.
Go
Like,
learn
that's
it.
when that extra certification pops in. Okay?
Yes.
Hey,
It's
that's
like
the extra
okay,
certification.
so they see something in me
Yeah,
that I didn't
that I
even
don't
see
see
in
in
myself.
myself.
And I didn't
I
realize
only
think
wanted
that
to
I could do
braid.
that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can go do weaves too. Yes, ma'am, you can.
You can.
You can go and do braids. You can go and be.
You can- you
what,
can.
You can be whatever you want to be. And I
Mhm.
think that's something where our trauma is kind of pushed us in these
Yeah.
boxes.
Yes.
So it's just like, oh, you just
have
gonna be
to
a
just do
hairstylist.
this.
Yeah, you just gonna be. No. We have so many gifts and talents
Yes.
that
So
the
many.
world should be able to see outside of just that one box or what you completed. All right, you completed that one thing. What's next?
Yes.
What's
Let's
next?
talk about what's
What's
next.
What's
Mhm.
next?
Where
Go.
else do you see yourself? And I think that's why right now a lot of these self-taught, even these teachers, there's a lot of people that want to be teachers.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Mhm.
they ain't even reached the,
Yeah.
like you can't be. You just, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Speaking of what's next for you?
I know. I wanted to talk about the
Y'all know I done
services
got
too.
y'all all
Like
out.
I
I
just
know.
want to, yeah,
But
like
it's like we
so
up here like this
good.
right now. Look, all of our guests has been
so good, and I love your
amazing.
spirit. By the way, like it's so peaceful. I'm like, yeah, we want to know everything
I
now.
know, but it's like our like
Y'all got cue cards.
Yeah, we got cute. Baby, we ain't. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just lay the card down. I'm gonna just lay it down. Yes, it's been so good.
Okay, so we got 2 questions. We want to know what's next for you,
Yes.
and then we also want to know
I just kind of
more
wanted
into
to.
her wig thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
just more so of like, you know, I see that you travel and you work with these brands, Hair So Fab, right?
Yes.
And then
And
Yummy
Yummy.
Hair
We wanna
Extensions.
know
Like,
how you
how
got
did you
into
get
the
into
editorial
that?
field? Like,
Yeah, because
like
that's
stuff
a
like-
different route that a lot
And
of
we
people
don't
may
get a
want
lot
to.
of people on the show that goes and just talked about
Mhm.
editorial tools. So
Okay. Well, I would say, yeah, what's next for me? I would say the last 2 years have been more on set based
Mhm.
and just kind of like want to get my work. I want my work to be printed. I
Mhm.
think I started me stepping from behind the chair. It started with that feeling like I've been in this chair and I've been here all day. I can't do it. And I never could work in a little sweet box with no windows.
Girl, I said the same
you
thing.
got
I
me.
could not
Listen,
do it. I
baby,
couldn't.
where
It
I'm
just
at
drove
right
me
now,
crazy.
yeah.
You think about why a lot of women have low vitamin D.
It's
Yes.
because you're not getting no sunlight.
You ain't.
Yes,
I mean,
you gotta get sunlight. You gotta get that.
oh no. So I would say what's next is just like really branching out. Really like I've been building my portfolio.
Mhm.
So I want to be with brands as far as like a agency.
Okay.
So that when the agency
Are you
gets jobs.
with the union yet?
No.
Yes,
That was one
I
thing
can
during
see you need to do
COVID.
that.
I wanted to do, but you need, like you said, I need that.
I got you.
Please,
I got
please. Because it's just right now I feel like I'm in a space where you've done a lot of things. And not to say like you just but yeah, the small stuff, I
Yeah.
care. Yeah.
The opportunity is coming.
I don't
It
care
is.
nothing about no picture, taking a picture, no
No,
chair.
we don't
yeah.
care nothing about that. We thinking
Yeah.
about
Girl,
long
it's
time.
crazy, 'cause
He's like, you don't post.
I
don't
saw you
wanna
say
post that.
something on your Instagram. I feel like it was you was talking about creating content or something. I was like, I feel the same way.
Needing
Like
to collect, I want something different. I want to
something
produce
different.
Yeah, and where
Art.
it changes from where I used to now booking people
Yeah.
no, now I want to choose my clients. Now I want to
Yes.
choose the people that I work
Yes.
with. I want to choose the whoever by person's spirit,
Right.
by what they
Yeah.
have going on.
Right.
How can we help each other? If
Yeah.
you having making a movie or you need this, you need hair.
Yes.
Let's
Yeah.
say in 2025, boom. If I want to do deals, so it's kind of like if you come to me and say, I need this look, I need to be on point. 3-4 times a year, these specific dates. You got dates for me. You got times. You have events you need to look good for. I got you.
Yes.
Let's collab.
You are
You have
opening
something
my
for me?
mind. I love it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so tired of
Yes.
this gonna cost because
Yeah.
I know everybody ain't got it. We don't have it right now. We're in a culture of everybody's trying to
Everybody's trying to figure it out.
buckle down. Well, let's
Yeah.
do bartering the right way. I want
Yes.
to barter in the sense of where your
Right.
business benefits me,
Right.
not just
It
on
has to go vice versa. Like, it
Yes.
has to be beneficial.
And so it's like I
Sure.
said with your lawyers, like with people that are actually doing things in the
that
world
you need.
and there you want to increase your brand. So now I see, and I would say that. So I did fashion. I have a fashion associates like with media marketing, merchandising. So that's where that kind of stems from. But being able to actually see your work
Yeah.
in magazines,
Yes.
and being
Man,
printed.
just that sense of accomplishment.
what?
You
And
know,
when it's printed, when it's like somebody
That
you
printing
design
is a whole nother
Yeah.
ballgame.
on a box.
Yeah.
When
On
that
a-
company comes back and
Man.
they use your work on
Yes.
their thank you bags, on their thank you
Yes.
cards, on
Yes.
things that are going out to the world. That means so much to me.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
love that. So I would say that's kind of like what's next. And I love the trichology too, but sometimes it's like
I know.
until
I
the
kinda
world
got
start
into it
caring
and then I
about
kinda
it.
Yes.
Until y'all start
I
caring
feel
about
like
y'all
that's
hair.
why I
Yeah.
had to get off of it too, because it was
it's gonna
just
stress
like,
you out, huh?
I am beating on like you
It's
say.
like
I'm
you
Yeah.
trying to beat it in them, trying to tell them the importance of it, but they not.
They don't care
listening
because
to it.
everybody is like, go,
Quick.
go,
They want it
go.
quick.
They want fast results.
They want fast, so that's why I had to design my my plan to be where I did the intense treatments first, because they're not gonna do the kind of
They not gonna book about
Until they
themselves.
see
honey.
something.
Yes,
until
see
that becomes a
something.
trend.
Yes.
Until hair loss and because like I said, everybody now my client got I like the girls
I
that
see you in the editorial lane.
you know
yeah,
for
it's
sure.
like I don't know, but until the world starts it, then
And to
cool.
appreciate
yeah,
it.
to appreciate it.
Because
And
we put in a lot of work with that and a lot of money. You gotta,
Yeah.
you know, we doing the treatments, we doing all the, you
yeah,
know.
that stuff not cheap.
Yeah,
All the machine,
you buy
girl,
machines to.
I done spent that money on that
$40,000.
machine and I ain't even used
Wrap
it.
up, though.
But I would say that's what kind of changed me because it was like I'm in this chair. I done told me my clients go see a dermatologist.
Yep.
It took people almost a year or 2 years to finally go and get that appointment.
Yeah.
When I started, I said, "Oh, baby, I care more than you care.
Yes.
That cannot
I
be
can't
the case."
do it.
And so
Mhm.
now I'm dealing with the.
understand
Now I got to do the dirty work because you don't want to go and see,
Yeah.
so we don't get no help. We need help.
We need
I
help.
don't.
That's
what
it.
you need, the product
Yep.
that you need, I ain't even got it. You need to go
Mhm.
get it prescribed. I
Yes.
can't prescribe it for you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's what kind of pushed me. Like, all right. I love y'all. I love
Yes.
making you look pretty, but I would
But
prefer
I'm about
to
to-
the
yeah.
people that need
Exactly.
That need it.
That's what made me kind of steer away from it as well. So I get totally what you're saying.
it.
Yeah.
I love you.
No.
I know I had to cut this short. We
Oh.
are behind, so we're going to wrap this.
It's okay. We can do a part 2.
Yes.
Listen, everybody needs a part 2 at this point. I'm loving it. I'm loving your energy, your spirit. We are proud of you.
Thank
You doing your thing.
I'm proud of y'all. Like we're
Thank
sitting inside
you.
her academy, y'all. Like you when, and that's the thing when you see your peers and people trying to do better and wanting better, things
Yeah.
don't come. It doesn't cost anything to
Yes.
support. It doesn't
Yes.
cost me anything to show up,
Yes.
and give
We
knowledge.
appreciate
And
Yes, we do.
that's the free game. So I feel like it doesn't. The game how it used to be. It's to be sold, not told.
Yes, and people
And-
want $1 for everything.
We have to change that
Yes,
around right
the
now
mental.
because if not, we're gonna keep damaging, and it's gonna be a generational
Cycle.
curse. How we go through it with our families, and we see that trauma. I feel like with the hair industry, if we keep going that way, it's
Yeah.
It's
gonna
going to
be
go down.
It's going down.
You know,
Yes.
that's what we're trying to.
We're trying to
change it
reverse it
around.
now.
We're trying to
Yes.
reverse it. So this is a starter. So we hope that you continue to push it. We will, keep you updated on all the updates. Follow, talk about it, everything else. So,
Yeah. So
thank
let our audience know how they can find you, how they can support you, show up for you.
period. So yes, if you IG is my main source. It's gonna be Sebastiana Hair. I also have a website, sebastianahair.com, and that has a link tree to all of the websites. You can purchase hair, you can purchase wigs. Like I said, with the wig business, I do custom wigs, and I also do have pre-mades available.
Okay.
And so now we're just trying to get into different styles with the wigs, the shortcuts, the girls that want those different, that every day. So just getting a variety, and be lookout for my winter collection. It probably not gonna drop January 1st.
Okay.
So yes, I know the ladies that have been on me like you ain't did, listen, I got y'all.
Yeah.
You're here.
Like, give me time.
Yes, give me time. And I would say, yeah, that's where we at right now. But also, like I said, I mentor as well. I have business coaching. I've had business coaching on my website for like a year now, and it was like basically free. And you
Not
can't
free.
imagine people,
I gotta create content.
and so that's what I'm gonna do more. So if you guys like this, just let me know. This is out this. We speak out of love. This is out of love.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
love it, Sebastiana. Let's give it a round of applause for her. Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and catch us on our next.
See you
Salon Talk
later.
Literally.